What's up, guys? It is your boy Niner Sickness, talking to you on a beautiful Saturday on March 28th, about 1:25 in the evening, on a beautiful, not hot, not cold type of day. Beautiful. This is the time that I like to take advantage out here because it's not that hot. I want to talk a little bit about the 49ers in this offseason. I've been watching a lot of videos, a lot of content creators speak on their thoughts of what the Niners did or didn't do in this offseason. Were they aggressive enough? Or were they kind of like kick back? All I know is in 2025, the Niners didn't do absolutely nothing other than get rid of a lot of the vets, discharge a lot of those heavy contracts, ate a lot of that money. And we had a plague of injuries once again. And the Niners still made it to the playoffs. The Niners still had double-digit wins. Did we go as far as we wanted to? No. Did we make it further than we thought we would, if you're being honest with yourself? Yes. With all the injuries, with everything that took place, the Niners overachieved. Kyle Shanahan should have been Coach of the Year. He coached his butt off. Now, one thing I love about 49er fans is that we are passionate. We love our team. We want to win. And we get upset when we fail. We get upset. We feel let down when things don't go the way that we expect it to go. But let me give you a little bit of insight on coming from an old guy like me, old school. I was watching 49ers before Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, John Taylor, Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, Bubba Paris on the line, Harris Barton. A lot of those names that I mentioned, Guy McIntyre, you probably don't even know who they were. They were Niner players and very good. I got spoiled in the 80s and 90s. I got spoiled. We were a dominated team. We were a great team. What you have experienced watching the New England Patriots go, what you guys, your younger generation, what you guys experienced watching New England be that dynasty team, that was Niner fans back in the 80s and 90s. What everybody has seen, all these, the Patriots are always in the playoffs. This is when Tom Brady was there and Bill Belichick. When the Patriots were going to the playoffs, they were going to Super Bowls, they were winning Super Bowls. That was the time that I grew up in watching the Niners. Now, again, I started watching football prior to that success. So I saw bad 49er play. And then after Jeff Garcia, we kind of went to a carousel or a carousel, is that the way? Okay, of quarterbacks. The Tim Rattays. All these quarterbacks that we went through coaches. We went through a bad time. We did not make the playoffs for at least 8 years straight. If I'm now, don't fact check me on that because I'm not sure, but I think we were at least 6 years and more without making the playoffs. We were not relevant at all. Teams did not fear playing the 49ers. When Jim Harbaugh came in and took over a good team, He turned it around immediately. We made it to the NFC Championship. Then we made it to the Super Bowl. And then things kind of happened between the owner and Harbaugh, whatever, and they went their separate ways, and we're like, oh crap. At least I was like, oh crap. What kind of team are we going to have now? And then the Niners and Jed York learn from his mistakes. Now, in the beginning, when Jed York took over for John York, his dad, he made a lot of mistakes. But name me a rookie that doesn't make mistakes. Name me a young person that doesn't make errors. Jed York, when he took over, he made a lot of mistakes. But he grew, he learned, he developed. And so when it came time to make a decision, he hired first-time GM coach John Lynch out of the booth. He hired first-time head coach Kyle Shanahan. He took a gamble in hiring those two because they never had experience at that position before. But he did his homework and he hired them. Now, fast forward 9 years later. Have we won a championship? No. It sucks. I hear you guys. We haven't won a Super Bowl. We haven't won our 6th Lombardi trophy. It sucks big time. But we've been to multiple NFC championships. We've been to 2 Super Bowls. And we should have won them. The second Super Bowl against Kansas City, we should have won that game. The momentum was on the Niners. Brock Purdy did everything to do to win that game. He is absolutely not the reason why we lost. The freak injury to Greenlaw. Greenlaw and Fred Warner were running back into the field to continue that defense they were displaying in that Super Bowl game. And just like a fluke, he hurt himself. And you saw the expression on Fred Warner when Greenlaw went down. Travis Kelce couldn't do anything when Fred Warner and Greenlaw were covering him. Once Greenlaw went down, Kelce went off. And then McCaffrey fumbles. Unusually, he fumbles. Then we had that special teams mishap where we turned over the ball. Momentum went towards Kansas City. And listen, guys, I know the Rams won a Super Bowl. I know the Seattle Seahawks won a Super Bowl. And I want those that know football will agree with me. Those that don't are going to say that I'm making excuses. If you feel that I'm making excuses, so be it. That is your opinion. But let's keep it 100% real. When the Rams went to the Super Bowl, who did they face? They faced Cincinnati Bengals, first time in the Super Bowl. Joe Burrow, inexperienced. That offensive line of the Bengals were atrocious. And they barely beat Cincinnati. We go up the first time, 2019, we faced Patrick Mahomes, the hot Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid. We go again. Who did we draw again? The Kansas City Chiefs. Now I know personally how the Cincinnati fans felt back in the 80s when they played us twice and they lost to us in the Super Bowl. Now I got that. Now I understand how they felt. They felt like crap. But we faced Patrick Mahomes and Reid twice. Last year, this last offseason, the Seattle Seahawks went to the Super Bowl. And I'm not trying to take nothing away from the Seahawks or the Rams. But who do they face? They faced a Patriots team without Tom Brady and without Bill Belichick. That team, the Patriots, was not a good team. So Seattle won. Now, given Seattle has a top defense, but the Niners go to the Super Bowl and we face an elite quarterback, an elite coach, and a great defensive coordinator. So what I'm trying to say all that with this is, yes, we lost 2 Super Bowls. Yes, it sucks. But when I hear 49er fans say we should fire Kyle Shanahan, we should fire John Lynch, I don't get it. I really don't. I don't get it. We have been winning games. We have a chance to win the Super Bowl with these 2 guys at the helm. The grass is not always green on the other side of the fence. I've been hearing Niner fans, well, if we fire Kyle Shanahan and we bring in this coach, who knows? Maybe that coach takes us over the hump. Maybe. Or maybe we don't even make the playoffs anymore. Listen, the Pittsburgh Steelers and their fan base is going to get a rude awakening of how good Tom was there. The coach they lost, and I'm not trying to discredit the coach they hired, but they're not going to be this guy had no losing seasons, but it wasn't good enough. They didn't make the Super Bowl. They're going to get a real taste of reality when they don't even make the playoffs for a few years. They're going to be like, oh my God, we miss our old coach. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody feels that this is what the Niners should do. This is what the Niners shouldn't have done. And that's okay. It's your opinion. But I think when the Niners brought in Mike Evans for the price that they paid. Now, let's be real. The reason why Mike Evans is on the Niners is because Mike Evans wanted to be here. Okay, he's 32. He's going to be 32 or 33 in the start of the season. He's not a spring chicken anymore. But the guy is an experienced vet. What he lacks in physicality, he has it up here. He's going to make some great plays for the San Francisco 49ers. He's going to get touchdowns in the red zone. He's going to help out a lot to Brock Purdy. He's going to open things up for George Kittle. He's definitely going to open things up for Ricky, as long as Ricky stays healthy. He's definitely going to open up the run game. And McCaffrey is going to have even a better year because of the addition of Mike Evans. And adding Christian Kirk in the slot was nice. Was nice as well. They're settled pickups. They're not mind-blowing. They're not like, oh my God, the Niners took the best player in free agency. No. But the Niners got pieces that is going to sustain this team in 2026. Again, one of our greatest competitor, or enemy, I should say, is injuries. If we can stay healthy, this team can go somewhere. Now, I don't know what they're going to do in the draft. I love the trade for Osa. I love the trade. A 3rd round pick to Dallas for a proven D tackle that can get after the quarterback. We already have CJ West. We already have Alfred Collins. We already have those big guys that can stop the run. We need that inside pass rusher. They can push the pocket towards the quarterback. That way, Bosa and whoever, or Michael Williams on the other side, can eat. Are they going to go for a pass rusher in the draft? I hope so. I'm curious to see who they draft. Have the Niners drafted well in the past? Yes and no. I like the 2025 draft so far. Hopefully the 2026 draft will be even better than the 2025. I'll leave you guys with this. I see so much division in the 49er fan base. I see so many Niner fans go at each other's throats. You don't know what you're talking about. You're an idiot. You don't know football. Blah, blah, blah. Every content creator against content creators, or fans leaving some crazy ass comments in these content creators' lives. You know what I've noticed? I'm old school. I'm 55. When you are at Levi Stadium, it is playoff atmosphere. We're playing in the playoffs, where fan bases are fired up. They're excited. They are high-fiving when we score a touchdown or we have an interception. All fan base, I don't care what race, black, Mexicans, Filipinos, white, we're all high-fiving each other. We don't care about if we love or hate Kyle. We don't care about whether we love or hate John Lynch. We don't care about whether the Niners made the right move or not. At that moment in that game, we are all in unison. And we are all high-fiving. We are all excited because our team is winning. And I love that atmosphere. At that moment, we don't care about our differences. We are in unity. And that's why it's beautiful to go to a game. If you haven't gone to a Niner game, I know sometimes the tickets are expensive. Some of you don't live in California. I get it. But if you ever get the opportunity to go to a game, that experience can never be replaced by TV, by no Dave and Buster's or whatever pizza place you go to, or bar. You got to check out the game live, the tailgate, the atmosphere. Hopefully in 2026, the Niners can go further than they went in 2025. Faithful. Let's remain faithful, man. It's okay to have your opinions. It's okay to question what the coach is doing, why they did this, why they didn't do that. It's okay. That's part of the game. It's okay to voice out your opinion. It's okay to think the way you do. But we should never disrespect one another. We should never put each other down. Just because someone doesn't agree with you, it's okay. At the end of the day, they are Niner fans just like you. They just have a different perspective on how they view their team. Whether they're right or wrong, this is how they watch and love their team. It's okay. Let's stop fighting one another. Let's stop putting each other down. Remember, we are the red and gold. We support the San Francisco 49ers. We are the faithful. We are the best fan base in the NFL. Let's start acting like it. Let's support our team through thick and thin. Yes, you can criticize the team. Yes, you can criticize the coach. Yes, it's okay. I don't agree with over criticizing, but I don't agree with the fans that are just, what do they call them? Homers. You know, oh, you're a homer. The Niners can do no wrong. I don't agree with that. I'm okay with predicting and saying, hey, Kyle, what were you thinking? Yo, Kyle, what was that about? It's okay. But at the end of the day, I still support Kyle. I may not agree with him at that particular moment or that particular call play, but at the end of the day, I still support him. Why? Because he is the head coach of my team. I wish nothing but the best for the San Francisco 49ers. I am excited for this draft coming up. In the comments, leave me in the comments, tell me, are the Niners are going to go defense or offense with their first pick? And if you want, let me know what position the Niners will target. Will the Niners surprise everyone and take a tackle with a 27th spot? Will the Niners trade down out of the first to accumulate more picks? Will the Niners move up and take up a certain player? That's the beauty of the NFL draft. It's like Christmas in April. All right, guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for hanging out with me. Remember, we are the faithful. We are in unity. Love on one another, and let's get rid of the hate. Peace, God bless, and always remain faithful. Go Niners.